Alright then, cloud gurus. Demo time! Demo time! Anyway, I've got a deployment manifest here, and by now we know that deployments are resources in the API and they live under the apps group. And when we deploy this on the cluster in a second, the deployed instance of it will be an object on the cluster. Fabulous. Anyway, I've banged on about deployments being about scaling and application releases. Well, at this point in time, we're asking for 3 replicas of whatever pod it is we're deploying, but that's our initial scale, 3 replicas. And this will configure a replica set behind the scenes, remember, to take care of any scaling stuff. Now then, on the application update side of things, we've got this strategy here. We're going with rolling update and we're saying max surge of 1. This means that at any point during an update, say we're changing the version of the image or whatever, well, only ever go 1 replica above the desired number of 3. So for this one, it'll never go to more than 4. In fact, the way it'll work is it'll start a new pod with the updated config, taking us up from 3 to 4, and then it'll terminate one with the old config, bringing us back down to 3. Rinse and repeat until we've got all 3 running at the updated config. Like we said before in the theory, max unavailable here, it's effectively the opposite. We've got 0 here, right? So never go below the desired state. But let's say if we had 1 in here as well, well, the update would be allowed to take us down to 2 while it was in progress. Okay, min ready seconds here plays a part as well. This says wait a minimum of 5 seconds after each update. I've just set it low so that we're not waiting for ages when we do the demos, but higher values are common, right? The idea is to give the pods a chance to come up properly and have some health checks. No point blindly carrying on with the update if the new pods are failing, no? Anyway, down here is the pod spec. This one's simple, a single container running Nginx 1.12. And you know what, I'm going to stick that up here with 3 replicas, because that's effectively our current desired state. I'm actually going to do the demo in Play with Kubernetes. I showed it at the start as one of the easy installs, so I guess it's about time I did a demo with it. Now then, I really like it, okay? It's designed as a really simple web playground, but it's not really for me to record Hollywood blockbuster quality videos, so I might get some weirdness during the recording. I don't know, we'll see. I've got a 4-node cluster, and I started it with this flag here actually so that I got an up-to-date version of Kubernetes, because sometimes the stock playground runs on older versions. So yeah, 1.11.2, and I've also got that deploy.yaml file we were just looking at. So you know what, let's post it at the API server. Check it with this. In fact, we'll put a watch on it. And in a second, we should see 3 available. Great. Columns are a bit skewed, but that's our 3 replicas, yeah? And if we describe it... we see the replica details up here and the image version down here. Now, remember that deployments manage replica sets and replica sets manage pods. Well, this here is our replica set. And you can see it's named after the deployment test, and then it's got a hash of the pod template lashed on the end. If we look at the YAML here, we can see that yes, we called the deployment test. Now then, while we're here, let's declaratively edit this. And this time we'll do a scaling operation, maybe take the replicas up to 6. Save that and repost it to the API server. Check our observed state again. Okay, maybe stick a watch on that while it does its work. Oh, right, already done. So, within a few seconds there, the cluster noticed our new desired state of 6 replicas, and it made the necessary changes. Current state or observed state, yeah, now showing as 6. How's about an update to the app, though? Something that'll trigger a rolling update. Well, declaratively again, the only true way, remember? Well, come down here and we'll change the image to 1.13. Repost that again. and watch its progress. Oh, I can't spell deploy. Okay, well that's updating. One of the 6 already done. Now, this has taken some time because we've got the 5 or 10 second min ready time that we set, yeah? So it's injecting some delay into the process. But time is money, and I don't want to waste yours or mine. So a quick Jedi video editing trick, and they're all done. Now we can see how the process incremented through the new pods, and then at the end, the last 2 old ones get terminated. Now let's check our replica sets again. Because remember, deployments use replica sets to do a bunch of the magic. Okay. The text's wrapped, making it virtually unreadable. No Oscar nomination for video quality this time, Nige. But if we look closely enough, we can see we've actually got 2 replica sets, right? This one at the top with all of the pods, this is the one with the latest version of the deployment. See image version 1.13. And this one below is for the old version 1.12. And see how it's got no replicas anymore? But it sticks around with its config, right, to help with simple rollbacks. Well, before doing any rollbacks, let's make another change. Maybe crank it up to 1.14. Declaratively again, of course, always declaratively. And this time I think we'll change the max surge to 50%. You can do percentages or actual values. Reapply this again, but you know what, this time we'll whack the record flag on. See if we can watch it in real time. Okay, see these values changing? Oh, okay. I guess it finished quickly, yeah, because we had the max surge set to 50, so it'll just have done them in 2 batches. But if I replay the video here, Jedi time traveling skills this time, we can see the old replica set at the top here with 6. That's the desired state. Yeah, 6 replicas. But the new one being spun up, this is adding another 3. So surging 50% above desired state. Yeah, that was the max surge value we set. The original one then drops from 6 to 3. And the new replica set surges 50% again by adding another 3. And then the final step is for the 3 remaining old ones to go. Magic. Anyway, kubectl rollout has got a history option. Just tell it the deployment. And that's our 3 updates. We started with 1.12, incremented through 1.13, and then 1.14. And this bottom one with the change cause value, that's going to be the most recent one. And it's got this value because we added the record flag to the command. So, pro tip, right? Adding the record flag to kubectl apply, that puts the command in an annotation in the object. So if we dig into that one actually, we should see the annotation in Nginx 1.14, which we do. Now with all this history and replica set stuff hanging around, it's really easy to roll back. In fact, it's too easy. You see, the rollout command's got this undo option, and if we run it here without any flags, we'll roll back to the previous version. And it really pains me to do this. Ugh. Let's look at it. Oh, rollbacks stick to the same rules as updates, yeah? So min ready seconds and max surge and all of that, right? But sure enough, it's the older 1.13 version, only up here, where I've been keeping track of our declaratively desired state, we're still at 1.14. And that's why it pained me to do this operation. You see, a rollback like that is an imperative operation. And we're in a bit of a sticky situation now, because the observed state or the current state on the cluster is 1.13, but our YAML, like our trusty documentation, that's now at 1.14, so we've got a mismatch. Meaning, right, if we were to go and reapply that YAML again in the future, maybe we wanted to increase the number of replicas or something, well, if we weren't careful, we'd inadvertently go back to 1.14. So, in the opinion of yours truly here, as cool as kubectl rollout undo is, the proper way to do rollbacks is still the declarative way by updating your YAML and reposting with kubectl apply. Declarative, declarative, freaking declarative. You heard it here. And that's our demo. And Play with Kubernetes did alright. I'm a fan, right? I use it all the time to test stuff. Anyway, super quick recap coming right up.